under my skin. I have been broken, but I still begin. I will finish my story. I will finish my story. Lionheart, say with me. I will finish my story. Yeah. My name is Hobbsy, and welcome to the Happiness Fighters Army, where we fight for our happiness, our success, our dreams, against our own version of our own darkness, be physical, mental, life situations, or just the big bad word right now. Now, if you've read the title of this video, you know what this video is going to be about, and that is that I've released my first ever book. Yes, I am J.R. Hobbs, the author of Day by Day Fighter. Now, I am still mind blown that this is actually coming true, because this is like the number one dream of mine I've had since being a little girl. I love writing stories. I really do. I have a wild imagination. I think this is why I appreciate a really good storyline in WWE wrestling when it plays out well, even if I don't like it, because I can understand and appreciate a good story. And yeah, I've just always wanted to be an author. This was the doable dream that I could see myself having a career at. But something called my own darkness took that dream away from me for the longest time. Because the darkness of my own darkness thoughts were like, you don't have a great story, you can't be an author, you have a writing problem, no one's gonna like your stories anyway. And the writing problem, if anyone is wondering, is that I would think of a sentence in my head, say, she walks down the street. But I'll write, she walks down the street instead. I'll miss words in sentences. So, also I have really bad spelling and grammar. So, that also played in my head as a darkness thought. And yeah, it just destroyed this dream, basically. Plus, I had other things going on, like my health, my mental health at the time, and it was just all a big darkness tornado I was stuck in. Let's just say that. And it wasn't until early 2022 when I had my health turn, and after that I actually started finding my love for writing again. Because when I was in my darkness, I hated writing stories. I had no motivation to do it. And yeah. And then I started finding my love for writing after coming out of my own darkness, after my health turn. And one of the first things I ever did writing is this book. I started putting pen to paper. And it was a therapy project, actually. It was the first one. Because I'm not really a journaler. Like, I can't write journals. It's just something about me. But I was like, at this point, I was like, I need to release this trauma somehow. And I was like, I love writing stories. Maybe if I could turn my trauma, my darkness, everything that's gone wrong in my life into a story, it may help. So that's what I started doing. I read about my friendship relationships, my lack of falling in love, being a virgin still. At that age, it was in my late 20s, just 30s, still am. My body issues, my mental health, my physical health. I even wrote my health turn into this story. And yeah, by the end of it, it was a really great story that I thought needed to get out into the world. I really did. And so I was a bit scared also at this time because I'd put so much work into this. Like, This is like all of me in a book. If you want to know my inner thinking and what's gone down in my life, just read this book. Even though the people that I've based these characters off have different names, the scenarios are almost the same. Maybe one or two things have been embellished a little bit, but yeah. If you want to know the kind of person I am back then and now, read this book. You understand it. So yeah, I started writing, and then I had that fear that most authors do, I think, or first-time authors anyway. Should I publish this? Will anyone read it? And I was just holding on for it for a while. I just put it in a box and just didn't think about it. And then in 2023, I think, or no, it was 2024, I revisited it again because I was like, I got that confidence after reading fellow Happiness Fighter Army member Big Time Becky Lynch's book, The Man, Not Your Average Girl. Highly recommend reading, even if you're not a wrestling fan. Highly recommend reading. She has not paid me, by the way. I'm promoting that for free. And I was like, I have to release this book again. So I re-edited it again. I reread it. And as I was rereading it, I was like, wow, I went through a lot of shit. And I'm still here. And that's where the name Day by Day Fighter came from. Because literally, back then, I was fighting for my life day by day. In some sort of form. It might be physically, mentally, but some sort of form I was fighting for my life. And that's where the name came from. And so I re-edited it, and I was going to send it off, but then I was fighting for the Ultimate Dream Championship around that time as well. The first attempt, and that was to meet fellow Happiness Fighter Army member, The Man, Big Time Bex, Becky Lynch. Still fighting for that dream and that title. That's the next one I'm fighting for right now, that dream. And then in the year 2024 to 2025, I put it on the back burner again. Still fighting for that Ultimate Dream Championship. And other things have cropped up. Such as me getting this tattoo with fellow Happiness Fighter Army members' names on it. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. I know it's backwards, but I can't really turn the camera around. But yeah, of the first ever time that I got to see him wrestle live for the first time. And that was in 2024's Elimination Chamber in Australia. And yeah, it just looked like it was never going to come true. And I was saving for the Ultimate Dream Championship still. And at the end of 2025, I was like, no, 2026 is the year I get this book published. No matter what. And at the end of 2025, I actually sent this book out to some publishers just to see if anyone really wanted to publish it on my behalf. And some publishers actually did want to publish it. They really did. But they were asking for money. And as someone that has not much money, let's just say what they were asking for, I would have had to save at least 5 of my Centrelink payments. And if you don't know what Centrelink is, it is a financial welfare system in Australia for people like me and other people that are either disabled, don't have a job and looking for a job, elderly people. It just helps them with the day-to-day living. And so, yeah. So, the darkness took over and I was like, no, we're just going to focus on the Ultimate Dream Championship. We'll put this to the back burner. And then I was like, about a month ago when I was releasing the music side of my dream, which if you want to go check it out, it is under the name Hobbsy. I made some music. You can go check it out, but that's not what this video is about. I was thinking, we really need to release and publish that book, Day by Day Fighter. We really need to get out there. We need to achieve this dream. Then I was on Instagram one day, just scrolling like you do when you're doom scrolling, and an ad come up for self-publishing on Amazon. And I thought, well, I've got a book. I'll look into it. And it was free. So I thought, cool, we're going to do this. And after 2 long weeks of re-editing with a little bit of AI's help, just as a proofreader sort of thing, I finally got the story done. And I uploaded it to Amazon. And it's on Amazon right now. You can go order it, either in an ebook form or a paperback form. I'm still working on the hardcover copy because I really love hardcover copy books. So I really want one like that. So I'm still working on the cover for that. And I will inform you guys when it is up. But the paperback copy is out. And that leads us to today, as yours truly has her author copy of her novel, Day by Day Fighter, in her hands right now. And I'm going to show you guys. Ta-da! Yes. Now, I actually created a cover with AI's help, Dola. So, yeah. I just was like, I need something that's eye-catching and grabbing. And I wanted something that represented a day-by-day fighter. And I love it. Oh, that feeling of paperback. And yeah, this is the back of it. I know it doesn't look too good. I know the edging is screwed with. But I love the imperfections of something. So yeah, and then this is the spine. I don't know if you can see it. And yeah, I'm so happy to have a physical copy in my hand. It just makes that dream a reality. I'm going to read you the dedications, because I did dedicate this book to some people. There is not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 people I dedicated this book to. First one, to my mum, for loving me through the good and the dark times and never giving up on me. Love, your daughter. Because loving a day-by-day fighter, or even a happiness fighter, can be hard for their loved ones. So I just wanted to show my respect and gratitude to my mum. And I was always going to dedicate my first book to my mum, for sure. The next dedication is to my Aunt Jackie, my second badass mum and strong role model. Love, your sweetie. Her nickname for me is Sweetie, so I had to put that in there. And she is actually my second to third cousin. Basically, her husband and my mum are second cousins. The families have always been close. And funny fact, she was my mum's best friend in high school, so I just see her as a second mum. And yeah, I just had to dedicate this book to her. Third dedication goes to my soul sister, Kelly. My ride or die, always. Love from your soul sister. The reason why I call her my soul sister is because we're actually second to third cousins, but a relationship is like a sister relationship. So instead of calling her my sister, I'm like, soul sister. And the next dedication in this book, this person was always going to get a dedication, no matter what, because it's very personal to me. And they've helped me go from a day-by-day fighter to a happiness fighter, and given me hope and motivation to fight for my own dreams and my own happiness against my own darkness of my physical health problems, my mental health problems, when I was at my lowest. And yeah, so the next dedication goes to the man Becky Lynch, aka Rebecca Quinn, for awakening my inner fighter. Yes, fellow happiness fighter, army member Becky Lynch gets her own dedication in my book. There was no way I was not going to dedicate this book to her, because without her, this book wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I've always been a Becky Lynch fan from the first time I saw her on TV in 2016. I think she was wrestling Alexa Bliss at the time. It was just before she won the WWE Women's SmackDown title for the first time. I know I didn't watch her in NXT years, but that was when I gave up on wrestling due to my darkness. But I remember the first time I watched her, I was watching wrestling with my mom, and I said to my mum, if WWE gives this woman a chance, I can see big things from her. And she blew those expectations out of the water. And yeah, I have been a Becky Lynch fan ever since. But I haven't been a super fan since then. I was just like a normal fan. Like, she was like top, we'll say 3 favorite wrestlers at the time. And then in 2022, after SummerSlam, she had lost the title, got injured, and she had made this speech about which saying that she is the man. And something switched in my head that day that I heard it. And it was just like, no, I'm not my darkness. I'm not my physical health problems. I'm not my mental health problems. I'm more than that. And ever since then, I've been a super fan. And ever since that day, that's the day I started fighting for the Ultimate Dream Championship. Which in the real world, if you're wondering, is me just meeting her in person and thanking her in person. If someone's changed my life, I want to thank them in person. I don't want to do it over a screen, and I've done it over the screen so many times. So, yeah. I'm still fighting for that Ultimate Dream Championship, and now I've got something to add to it when I do claim it, and that is, I want to hand her a physical copy of my book, Day by Day Fighter. Even if I have to pay to get one delivered myself, and then go to a live WWE event where she's at. Fingers crossed they come back to Australia soon. And she comes back this time, unlike in 2025. Let's just say that. And I get to meet her in person and hand her a physical copy, because I really want her to read this book. If no one else reads this book and she's the only one, I can die happy the next day. I can. Because I feel like, as a fellow happiness fighter, I remember she'll get where I'm coming from in this book a little bit. Especially having her own friendship issues with Charlotte Flair in the past. And me having similar issues with my own ex-best friend, who is actually in this book as a character. So, yeah. I just really want to hand her a physical copy of my book. So if WWE or any of her management team, even her hot husband, fellow happiness fighter, member Seth freaking Rollins, or herself is watching this and wants a copy, I'm willing to buy one and ship it out for free. That's how much I want her to read this book and get her opinions on it. And I want her honest opinion too. I don't want the whole, it was great and all this. No. If it's not great, I want her to tell me it's not great. I won't be hurt by it. I want the honest truth. And I don't want her to plug it just because it's a fan thing. If she actually likes it, She can plug it for all I care. But if she doesn't like it, tell me the truth. So yeah. She gets a dedication in this book. Sorry, I went off track a little bit. And the last dedication is to you, the reader. And to you, fighting your own darkness day by day, keep going. You are stronger than you know. Because that is true. You are stronger than you know. I'm stronger than I even know. I've come back from so much that is actually in this book. And I'm still here. I'm still alive. So that's one good thing. Yes, I'm going to have my darkness days, but then I'm going to have my goodness days like today. And yeah, so I'm just over the moon right now. And I just had to talk about it. This isn't me promoting it, by the way, but if anyone does want to buy it, it would help get me one closer. It would get me one step closer to that Ultimate Dream Championship. But yeah. And if anyone is reading this and is a part of my past and think there's a character based off of them, probably are. I've legally changed names because of that reason. Because I just wanted to help people like myself feel like they're not alone. Like when I was reading fellow Happiness Fighter Army members' book, Becky Lynch, The Man Not Your Average Girl, I didn't feel so alone reading her struggles of her own darkness. I was like, I get that. So I wanted a book like that for people, and I thought my own story was interesting. So also, if you find any spelling mistakes or errors in this, don't worry, it's probably my brain wasn't working that day. And yeah, I think spelling and errors makes things more perfect. Plus, I just don't want to re-edit. I've re-edited it so many times. Okay, I'm going to read you this a little bit. My favourite subjects were English, home economics, home ec, and maths. And maths was top. Not because I was good at it, but because I sat at the back with my friends and we were talking through most of it. That's where my friendship with Jane Gillian began. Jane wasn't in our group until year 9, when Vicky B and Tara joined it too. She didn't know I was Brad's cousin. On the first day, I asked, "Can I sit here?" "Sure," she said. "I'm Jane Gillan." "What's your name?" "Rita Bright," I answered shyly. "That's a lovely name," she smiled. Later I heard her talking about Brad fondly. "I'm related to him," I said. "No way," she laughed. "I knew there was something familiar about you." She was kind, funny, and down to earth, and she made me feel safe. For the first time since Alice, I felt I could be my true self. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like I had to shrink myself to fit in. I thought we'd be best friends forever, but I was wrong. It was still the longest friendship I've ever had apart from Anna Marie. The rest of Year 9 started well, but I couldn't see what was building up inside me. The years of hurt had caught up, and depression and anxiety and my PMOS mind took over. I wasn't officially diagnosed until after school. If I'd known then what I know now, things would have been so much easier for me. And I'm going to leave it there, because you guys are going to have to buy your own copy to read the rest of that story. But yeah, so I am an author. I am happy. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this book. I really do. If you want your own copy of Day by Day Fighter and feel motivated to fight for your own happiness and dreams against your own darkness, you can go buy your own copy on Amazon.com. It is there. It's all up. There is also a link in my bio on my social medias to a link tree that will take you to the link page straight to this book. And yeah, try to price this to a reasonable price. Something not too dear and something not too expensive. Something that you could just buy and add to a stocking stuffer. So yeah, it's not over $30. So, and that is in US and Australian currency as well. So yeah, if you want to go buy it, buy it. I'm not forcing anyone. I just really wanted to talk about it and just get this happiness higher. So yeah, and with that, I'm going to end the video here. So I hope you guys are having a good, joyful, wonderful, smiley day. If not, I'm sending joyful, smiley hugs your way.